guys, this is Mrs. Fleming. I am coming to you from my home again, and I just wanted to make a couple videos again, just explaining this new assignment that we're going to be getting into. I'm going to make actually two copies of each of these videos, one for Google Drive and one for YouTube, so that most of you can access them. If you're not allowed to go through YouTube for some reason, then check my Google Drive. If you aren't able to access either of those, I will post the PowerPoint that I'm going to go through speaking as well, so that way you still have access to all the information that you need to know. So either way, either by videos, either by YouTube or Google Drive, or by the PowerPoint, you will have complete access to these assignments here. It's fairly simple. I did put a kind of a detailed description inside Google Classroom on what we're going to be doing. We are actually going to talk about filling out job applications. Since everybody's home right now, it's a really good time to actually look at a job application, not necessarily turn one in right now because of the state of the world, but being able to look at a job application, understand it, and fill one out properly are skills that you're going to need in the job world. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to do these things. I have a PowerPoint really quick to go through, and then I'm going to have you actually fill out two different kinds of applications. I'm going to have you fill out a paper one for me, and then also an online job application as well, because a lot of companies are moving online, and I just want to show you what an online example of a job application is without having you actually fill one out for a company so that you don't have to worry about making mistakes in it. So I do have an example of an online one down here as well. I will post a quiz on these assignments on Thursday, and that will be your Thursday activity. But other than that, this is just for today, will be the videos, the two examples, and then quiz on Thursday. So just want to let you know, I'm going to try to go through this quickly to keep as little videos as possible. I'm trying to keep it down to 2 to 3 videos, so that way you don't have a bunch of assaultment with videos for both of these assignments. So let's just get right into the PowerPoint here. We're going to talk about both how to obtain a job application and how to complete one. Obtaining a job application is really very simple. A lot of people will get more into depth into detail with it, but it's really as simple as asking for a job application. Now, when you ask for a job application, it's nice to be, professionally dressed, well groomed. Just introduce yourself to the manager. If you can, because that gives that first impression already with the company or with the first person that's going to be looking at your job application. So making sure that you have that first kind of contact with someone and you are being friendly or being professional is a very good thing to do. You do not necessarily have to, but it does give that good first impression for your manager if you do this right away. Now, obviously, take care of your application. Don't fold it, don't wrinkle it, don't dirty it. Make sure you keep it nice. And remember, it's going to be the only thing that a manager is going to have remembrance of you for a good while. So making sure that your application is nice is a reflection on you, because that's how they're going to remember you. So before complete an application, if you really want to make a copy, that way you can fill out one if you make any mistakes. That way you have one mistake copy and one regular. Make sure you have all the required information and make sure you read everything clearly. So we're going to talk about that as well. Completing, and we're going to go into that. So when completing an application, make sure you're careful, correct, and complete. Remember that application again, and it's going to be reiterated. An application is a reflection of you. Any errors or mistakes that you have on your job application is also a reflection of you. So make sure that you don't get those so that you are not remembered as the person that gives errors or mistakes. So when employers look at job applications, they quickly separate them into kind of two piles. One is the yes one that's for job interviews, that's ready to go, and the second one is the no pile, which is basically the trash. So you want to make sure that you are in the yes pile when an application or a person is looking for a new job. Make sure you're careful again. If you're using ink, use blue or black ink. Make sure you write really neatly. Have someone read over it, check it. Make sure that you're following the directions. Each application is going to be slightly different than the